What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. It has been another long 17 days. I've been kind of on hiatus, been incredibly busy with work and my personal life, but very grateful that I have friends that I can feed content off of. I unfortunately can't spend any money until I close on my new house, as my bank account is being monitored right now, and I don't want to take any chances on making like $1,000 purchases on car parts just to make a few 10-20 bucks off a YouTube video. But a huge shout out to Ben for supplying us with some content today. Today we'll be putting coilovers on the G37 sedan. Build is coming along quite nice, and like I mentioned, it's been a while since I posted a video. A lot of the boys have got new parts, cars have been in the shop, and also I gotta show you guys what Chris bought after he sold the S13. You got your Camaro back, brother. Was it now like almost 800 horsepower?
Feels about 10,000 actually.
Goodness gracious. Hello, brother. CRV down for repairs, potentially for sale pretty soon here.
For the count.
Uh-oh. So last time you saw the G, we installed the new cap back.
Sure.
Ben acquired some Godspeed coilovers that were on the S2000. They rode great. Also, he picked up R35 GTR wheels, and these are in immaculate condition. That took a little stretch though. I'm assuming it's for the rear?
Yeah, the rear is like 10 1/4, 10 1/2, a little bit of stretch.
These are nice.
That's pretty square.
Well, hello, handsome. How are you? Good. So the G chassis is very similar to the Z chassis. Shouldn't be too complex. Pretty straightforward. 3 bolts to strut tower, and then a bottom bolt here to this lower arm. For the rears, we will be deleting, well actually I don't think he bought aftermarket tow arms, so we'll be utilizing the bucket here, taking out the spring, and then replacing the shock here with the coilover. Intermission, so the vehicle Chris bought was a C5 Corvette. Mushy Mushy, how was work? Uh-oh. Update, strut out, spring out. Again, just loosen this bolts here, drop the bucket. Now the coilover should slide right in there. Time to do the fronts. We're just gonna go ahead and take precaution and PB blast all of the bolts that are going to accommodate the strut. So doing a quick test fit, we did max out the rear. These are 20s, right?
Yeah, 20s.
Dude, I actually like that, but there's no way we can run that.
We can, single camber.
Ooh, yeah, if you're at 100 spring rate.
Huh?
Dude, that is so nice. So I'll probably end up raising it about an inch or so, and then in the near future, Ben will get rear camber arms and adjustable tow arms. Update on the rear, so we can, with the stock adjustment, get at least -2 to like -4 degrees camber to tuck the GTR wheel. So Ben's gonna knock that out. Chris and I up front are knocking out the front suspension. Easy. Nut to the shock here. You do need to take out the end link to get this bolt out.
Thank you. Come again.
Just some advice when you're taking out the shock. In order, take out the top hat bolts. Take out the bolt to the spindle, and then the bottom bracket here to the shock to make your life a lot easier. We are finally done. Got the coil over, and thank God. So what you want to do first is put the bracket in first, then the upper control arm, and then the top hat bolts. Unfortunately, we have to run the OEM G35 wheels because we do need to run a camber kit to get them to fit properly. We don't want to risk bottoming out on the lip of the GTR wheel, but so far so good. We're gonna go ahead and put the wheels back on, lower the car back down, and see where she sits and adjust accordingly. I know it's not leveled on the ground yet, but here's where we're sitting with the fronts maxed out. Again, these are the Godspeed Mono SS's. Just go straight back. That's good there. It's a good drop. So again, fronts are maxed out, rears are raised an inch.
Achilles? Huh? Achilles, them cheap motherfuckers.
It is the next day. The coilover install on the G went very successful. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, we couldn't fit the GTR wheels in the back due to us needing to run a little bit more camber, and raising it up, it didn't help that much, so we just kept it on the stock Anki wheels. But we did finalize the ride height. Ben did order the aftermarket rear camber arm and toe arms this morning, so once those come in, we'll do the install, get a nice alignment, and we'll be able to fit the GTR wheels in the rear, which I am stoked for. But before I close the video, I thought I'd give you guys a little update on what's going on with the whole house purchasing process that I'm doing again. So as you all know, I sold my house I'm currently in that I bought 11 months ago the day I posted on the market. I thought I would take advantage of the market right now. It is a buyer's seller's market. My house went up almost 25% when I looked at the specs last, so I ended up profiting, or the buyer offered me, I think it was between like 35 and 40 grand more than when I bought the house for. So I am incredibly grateful for that. Don't know how much I will net once it's all said and done, but I do plan on putting half of it in my savings account, and with the other half just finish the Skyline, because there's another car I want to buy the beginning of next year. So I'm talking the rest of the body, need a D-Max fenders, D-Max roof wing, D-Max trunk wing, gonna buy bigger injectors, gonna buy a bigger turbo, head gaskets, the head studs, I need to buy the Haltech, and then have my buddy Evan tune it. And once it's at that stage, I'm just gonna leave it alone, wait till my BN Sports kit comes in the end of this year, which I need to contact them actually once I moved into the new house to make sure they don't send my BN Sports kit to this house. And in terms of the new house, everything is going as planned, everything is going accordingly and smoothly. Just had the appraisal done at the new house yesterday. In terms of repairs, there's a lot of repairs that need to be done, but I did negotiate with the sellers and they're gonna give me a $10,000 credit at close of escrow, so that saves me 10 grand out of my pocket to fix all the repairs. So incredibly grateful for that. And seeing where I'm at with cash, I'm just gonna focus on the house a little bit until I'm content with it. The garage, I do want to reseal the floors and paint the walls and put some new flooring in. The upstairs, which I'm incredibly stoked, guys. This is something I didn't plan on happening, but like I mentioned in my social media, if you follow me, I am now going to be taking care of my grandma, so I've been busy selling and fixing up this house. I just sold my grandma's house, which I inherited, which is pretty sick, so I gotta help her pack and her move. So my time has been very consumed, especially with me working at my main job at Whole Foods. Been working a ton of hours there, so it's great for the hours, great for the work, but just so busy, and I wish I can focus on the Skyline and the Prelude since I've accumulated more parts, but that has to wait until I move, since moving 2 houses on the 24th is my priority right now. It's gonna be a lot, but I promise you I'm gonna have so much content coming, you have no idea, and I'm incredibly stoked. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for your continuous love and support, and if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Remember, aim high, drive low. We'll see you next video. Take care.